You pretend you don't notice the way they stare, the way they fall apart, the way the breath changes the moment you enter a room. But I see the truth. You feel everything, even when you act like you don't. You walk in quietly, soft, calm, effortless, and yet every pair of eyes pulls toward you. As if your gravity, you look down politely, you move gently. You pretend it means nothing, but your breath deepens, your shoulders loosen, your presence shifts just slightly. You feel it, the wanting, the heat, the attention, but you bury the reaction in silence. You pretend not to notice the way they want you, but you better react before your mind can hide it. No, don't notice the way they want you, but your body reacts before your mind can hide it. Your lips part subtly when someone looks at you too long. Your breath stumbles when desire brushes against your skin. Your fingers twitch, your gaze softens, your pulse grows heavy in your throat. You play innocent, you play unaware, but your silence is too warm, too alive, too responsive to be unintentional. Your act is sweet, but the truth underneath is fire. You notice everything, you just won't admit it. Your innocence is a performance, a soft disguise for a truth you hide in your breath. Noticing the way they want you, but your eyes give you away, your breath gives you away, your silence gives you away. You feel everything, you absorb everything, you stir everything without meaning to. You pretend not to see their desire, but you respond to it quietly, subtly, beautifully. You turn your head pretending you're unaware, but your breath trembles with the exact truth you're hiding. Your innocence is not unknowing, it's deliberate, a shield against a quiet confession. You pretend you don't feel the wanting, but your body reveals all the things your voice refuses to. Your silence heats the room, your stillness invites imagination. You pretend you don't notice, but you do. You notice everything. You lean against the wall as if you're just thinking, but your breath is too deep, your eyes too soft, your presence too aware. You feel the wanting pressing against your skin like warm air. You act like it doesn't affect you, but the truth shows up and you're trying to run unnoticed. You lean against the wall as if you're just thinking, but your breath is too deep, your eyes too soft, your presence too aware. You feel the wanting pressing against your skin like warm air. You act like it doesn't affect you, but the truth shows up in the tiny tremors running down your spine. Your innocence isn't ignorance, it's control. You let them want you, you just pretend not to. Places you try to hide, your breath grows heavier, your pulse louder, your movement slower. You pretend it's nothing, but nothing ever feels like this. You pretend you notice the way they want you, but your silence shifts, your breathing deepens, your truth rises like heat beneath your skin. Can you feel every stare, every breath, every quiet longing? You act unaware, but your body responds to every ounce of attention. You pretend not to know, but you do, you always did. I step closer and your mask slips instantly. Your inhale breaks your lips, paw your eyes drop in a trembling confession. You pretend in daylight, but in moments like this, you're honest. You feel everything you claim not to. Don't pretend now. I see all of you, your breath, your silence, your warmth. You notice everything, and you love when they want you. You think your softness makes you invisible, but it's the reason no one can look away. Your innocence is not quiet, it's magnetic. It pulls people in even when you don't try. There's something in the way you stand, something unguarded, something gentle, something untouched, and it disarms people instantly. Your presence feels like home, but beneath it, there's a heat you pretend not to feel. Your innocence isn't intentional. It lives in the way your eyes wander softly, the way your hands stay still when you're thinking, the way your breath thickens when someone notices you. You look unaware, but your silence is loud. All the ways that matter. Your innocence is a quiet voice that no one can ignore. You lower your gaze as if you don't know the effect you have, but your eyes shine differently when someone lingers too long. A spark, a shift, a tiny flicker of something you don't want anyone to name. You breathe deeper, your lips part slightly, your posture softens. This isn't an act, it's instinct. Your innocence glows from the inside, and people feel it even when you don't. You think your softness hides you, but it reveals everything. Your innocence hypnotizes them without effort. Your gentle silence pulls people closer than any loud gesture ever could. Your innocence is the reason they can't look away. The softness in your breath, the tenderness in your stillness, the quiet ache in your presence. You shine without trying, you affect without meaning to, and they feel it in every glance. Your innocence is not weakness, it's gravity. They look because they cannot look. You move your hair aside casually, softly, and someone across the room forgets how to breathe. Your innocence is not a facade, it's a force that wraps around people like warm air, like a quiet invitation to feel something they haven't felt in years. Your softness carries depth, emotion, honesty. You draw attention, not with intention, but with authenticity. Your innocence is powerful because it's real. You make them remember what vulnerability feels like. Ooh, you walk past someone and your presence touches them before your body does. Your softness brushes against their silence. Your warmth lingers in their breath. Your innocence slips under their skin like a memory. They look at you not because of how you move, but because of what you make them feel. Gentleness, desire, nostalgia. Hope you're not trying, but you're affecting everything. And your innocence lights up the dark without a word. You turn around slowly and your expression softens in a way that feels unintentional, unguarded, dangerous. Your innocence is a mirror that reveals people to themselves. They can't look away, 'cause you make them feel seen. Your innocence is the reason they can't look away. Your softness, your warmth, your quiet tenderness. You unfold like light against their darkness. You shine differently, honestly, quietly, and that quiet glow breaks through their resistance. Your innocence pulls them in without trying. I step closer, your innocence deepens. Your breath trembles, your eyes soften. That smile of yours, you pretend it's innocent. You pretend it's effortless, but we both know it's the one thing you can't hide. You know exactly what you're doing when you smile like that. It's the slight curve of your lips, the soft tension in your cheeks, the warm glimmer that grows in the corner of your eyes. You don't even have to look directly for the world to fall apart around you. People freeze for a second, their breath falters, their mind blanks, all because of that smile. You pretend it's accidental, you call it nothing, but nothing has never felt this intentional. Your smile holds power. You refuse to admit you have. I watch the way your smile grows when someone looks a little too long. Your eyes lower, your breath deepens, your lips soften into something warm enough to unravel anyone. You like the reaction, the pause, the silence, the quiet surrender in the air around you. Your smile isn't shy, it's a quiet confession, a You know exactly what you're doing. Your smile is gentle, but its impact is violent. The kind that melts someone's composure in a heartbeat. You know exactly what you're doing when you smile like that. That slow softness, that innocent spark, that warmth that steals the air from anyone watching. Your smile is a weapon disguised as sweetness. You pretend it means nothing, but your smile tells the truth. Your voice won't let out. Your smile breaks people gently, the kind of breaking that feels like surrender. It's the smile you use when you know someone is watching, the smile that tilts just enough to send a quiet message. I see you, and I know what I'm doing to you. Your innocence isn't innocence, it's strategy, instinct, intuition. Your smile disarms, invites, pulls, softens, destroys, and rebuilds all at once. You know the effect you have, even if you won't admit it aloud. When you smile slowly, your entire face changes. Your eyes brighten softly, your breath turns warm, your posture relaxes, your whole presence becomes magnetic. Someone across the room loses their composure. And you pretend you don't notice. But you do. Your smile is not careless. It is deliberate even when unconscious. You smile and the world shifts. You hold more power in that expression.
Every time your eyes fall, every time your lashes lower, every time you stop looking, just long enough to make them wonder what you're thinking. You don't even try, but he falls apart instantly. The moment you lower your eyes, the room shifts. His breath falters, his shoulders tense, his thoughts scatter into something messy, something warm, something helpless. You don't know what that small gesture does to him. Or maybe you do. You're in innocence makes it dangerous. Your softness makes it impossible to resist. You lower your gaze and he breaks in the quietest way. Every time your eyes fall, he loses another piece of control. You don't need to speak. Your silence says more than your voice ever could. When your eyes drop, your breathing changes in a way you can feel even from across the room. Your lips soften, your cheeks warm, your presence deepens with something unspoken. He watches that small shift in his entire world go still. He falls into that moment as if it's gravity, as if it's truth, as if it's something he's been waiting for. He falls apart because your softness undoes him. You lower your eyes gently, and his composure collapses without a sound. He falls apart. Every time you lower your eyes, your innocence, your quietness, your soft retreat in the thought he can't handle the way you pull away and pull him closer at the same time. You don't mean to break him, but you do. Every downward glance shatters his resolve. You lower your eyes as if you're shy, but there is nothing shy about the effect you create. He watches the moment your gaze drifts downward, the way your lashes fall, the way your breath deepens with quiet emotion. You don't see what happens to him, how his chest tightens, how his thoughts blur, how his body reacts to something so simple. Your lowered eyes are a confession, a whisper, a gentle undoing. You break him softly every single time. When you look down slowly, your innocence becomes something else, something warmer, something deeper, something he can't look away from. Your vulnerability shows in the quiet curve of your breath, in the soft tension of your lips, in the way your silence thickens. He falls apart because he sees the truth in that moment, the truth you hide from everyone. All your word eyes reveal more than you know. You turn your head slightly, your gaze falling to the floor, and he forgets how to breathe. You don't break him loudly, you break him gently, beautifully, silently. He falls apart in the softness you think is subtle. He falls apart every time you lower your eyes. Not because of what you hide, but because of what that softness reveals. You undo him without trying. Your downward gaze melts his defenses, his logic, his restraint. You lower your eyes and his walls crumble like they were never there. I step closer and you lower your eyes again. Slowly, softly, intentionally or not, he falls apart because the moment you look away, he sees the truth. You feel something too. Your lowered eyes are a confession. You don't know how to speak. Lower your eyes again, watch him fall apart. Watch him lose his breath. You undo him every single time. but the truth is deeper, warmer, darker. You love being wanted in the moments no one sees. You love being craved in silence. Your sweetness is as real, but it isn't the whole story. Beneath the softness of your eyes, beneath the calm in your voice, beneath the innocent way you move, there's a quiet thrill you never admit out loud. You feel desire in the air long before anyone speaks. You feel the pull, the tension, the heat, the wanting. And though you act untouched by something in you, wakes up every time it happens. You act sweet, but sweetness isn't the only thing living in you. Yes, you walk into a room like you're unaware of yourself, unaware of how people see you, but you know you feel the attention drag across your skin. Soft as warm breath, you pretend not to notice, but your body reacts anyway. Your lips part subtly, your breath deepens, your posture softens into something dangerously inviting. You love the silent craving, the kind no one admits, but everyone feels. Your innocence is the door, but the desire behind it is yours. You don't need words, you don't need touch, you feel that wanting in the quiet between breaths. And you act sweet, but you love being craved in silence. Love quietly, you want it deeply, desire without anyone daring to say it. You feel it in the way your breathing warms. You pretend it means nothing, but your silence tells the truth. You love the pull, the tension, the secret wanting no one can hide from you. When someone looks at you too long, you lower your gaze with practiced sweetness, but inside your pulse blooms with warmth. Your sweetness is a mask that only makes the craving stronger. You feel their eyes on you, their breath shift, the stillness deepen. You love the quiet moment when you realize they want you more than they should. You don't react outwardly, but inside the truth glows like fire. You act sweet, but craving suits you more than you admit. You sit softly, hands folded, shoulders relaxed, but your mind is louder than the room around you. You feel every glance before you even see it. You hear desire in the silence as clearly as if someone whispered it. You thrive in those moments, the moments when no one touches you, no one speaks, but everyone feels something. Your sweetness hides a storm inside you, but there's nothing to stop it. You glow differently when you're being craved. You let the silence stretch just a little too long. You breathe a little too softly. You look away a little too slowly, because you love how it makes them feel. You love the tension, the confusion, the quiet surrender they can't hide. And maybe that's the sweetest part of you. You act sweet, but you love being craved in silence. Love without words, wanted without touch, felt without explanation. You melt into the quiet because it's where you feel everything that's unspoken, more heavy, slow. You act sweet, but silence reveals the truth. Step closer, and your sweetness deepens. Your breath shakes softly, your eyes lower, your lips warm with unspoken truth. You love this moment, the moment where silence feels hotter than any touch. You're sweet, yes, but craving is the language you understand best.
being craved in silence, and you always will.
Your softness, it doesn't shout, it doesn't push, it doesn't demand, but it destroys people slowly. They lose their mind, one breath at a time, just by being near you. Your softness is not weakness, it's gravity, the way you breathe, the way you move, the way your presence warms the air. You don't try to stand out, you don't need to. Your softness breaks people open from the inside out. You walk past someone and their thoughts scatter, their pulse shifts, their breath grows heavier. Your softness pulls at them like warm hands. They can't resist. They lose their mind slowly because you feel like calm and danger at the same time. Your softness lives in the way your lips part when you're thinking, the way your eyes lower gently, the way your silence carries heat. You pretend not to feel, you act like none of it matters, but your softness is the very thing they can't stop imagining. You breathe softly and someone feels it, even from across the room. You smile quietly and someone forgets what they were saying. Your softness unravels people without ever touching them. You melt them without trying. You don't raise your voice, you raise their desire. Makes them lose their minds slowly. With every breath you take, with every look you lower, with every silent moment you let linger, you undo them gently, and that's why it hurts so good. You melt their thoughts, you bend their logic, you turn their restraint into dust, all with nothing but softness. The softness in your eyes, not innocence, it's invitation, an invitation to feel what they've been trying to ignore. You tilt your head slightly, your breath warms the air, your silence deepens, and they collapse internally. Your softness replaces their strength, your presence replaces their logic. They lose themselves in the warmth you carry with such gentle ease. You don't overwhelm them, you dissolve them. Softness is your power. You touch nothing, you say nothing, but you affect everything. Your softness sits on their skin like warm light, like slow burning emotion, like a memory they can't shake. They try to stay composed, but their body betrays them. Their breathing shifts, their shoulders weaken, their mind
softness is the trigger, your presence is the spark. They lose their mind because you feel like comfort and longing at the same time. As if nothing happened, but everything happened. Your softness makes their knees weak, makes their heart race, makes their voice break. They fall apart because being near you feels like surrender. Your softness makes them lose their minds slowly. Your breath, your eyes, your silence. The gentlest parts of you are the parts that break them the most. Your softness is a force and make a quake storm. You melt them with nothing but presence. A step closer. You don't have to speak, you don't have to move, you don't have to try. The room feels you. The moment you step inside, your presence arrives. Boy, your body does. When you walk in, the air changes subtly at first, like a current of warmth spreading through silence. People don't look immediately, but they feel you in their breath, in their chest, in the way their thoughts lose shape. For half a second you carry something unseen, something alive, something soft but powerful. Your presence wraps the room in quiet heat without effort. You don't speak, but your energy speaks for you. The room feels you before anyone understands why. You move with a calm that people can't replicate. Slow, intentional, gentle, but impossible to ignore. Your silence is not empty, it is charged. Your breathing becomes the rhythm that changes the atmosphere. Your gaze is stillness, even the way your hands rest. Everything you do pulls the room into your orbit. You don't try to be seen, you become felt. You know exactly how to affect a room without saying anything. Your silence has weight, a warm magnetic weight that draws people closer without permission. You know how to make a room feel you without speaking. Your presence hums in the air, your energy pulls with their breath. Your softness fills the space like slow burning light. You don't need words to change everything. Your silence speaks louder than voices ever could. They feel you, they notice you, they fall into you without understanding why. When you stand still, you become the center of gravity. Your presence radiates from the softness of your chest, from the warmth in your breath, from the quiet fire. You never show directly, you don't demand attention. You awaken it, the room reacts to you in tiny, beautiful ways. A shift in posture, a change in breath, a moment of stillness that wasn't there before. You speak a language that has no sound, but touches everyone. Your silence is a force disguised as calm. You don't have to enter loudly, your energy arrives first. You look around, gently your eyes soft, your lips relax, and suddenly people feel warm and unsettled at the same time. Your presence makes them aware of their own breath, their own thoughts, their own longing. You don't move fast, you don't chase attention, you pull it in as naturally as breathing. You make them feel you, even when you're not looking. You stand in silence and the room grows quiet just to hear you think. Your stillness is louder than footsteps, your presence is deeper than voices. You fill the space without touching anything, and everyone feels it. You know how to make a room feel you without speaking. Your warmth, your calm, your quiet intensity. You change the atmosphere just by existing in it. Your silence pulls people in, wraps around them, holds them still. They don't know why, they just feel. I step closer and your presence grows stronger. A warmth that rises through my chest, a tremor that shapes the air. You don't speak, but your energy tells the truth. You feel the room and the room feels you back. Your silence touches everyone. You are impossible not to feel. Don't say anything, you never needed words. The room feels you, the air remembers you, the silence bends around you. You speak without speaking, and they feel every moment of it. It's not your smile, not your voice, not the way you move. The most dangerous thing about you is your quietness. The silence you carry makes people lose themselves slowly. Your quietness is not emptiness, it's intensity, a soft, slow pressure that settles into the air and pulls people into it. When you walk into a room, you don't say much, you don't need to. Your silence speaks louder than voices ever could. Your quietness has weight, warm and heavy, like something unspoken, resting on someone's chest. They feel you before you acknowledge anyone. Your stillness is not passive, it's consuming. And that's what makes it dangerous. When you go quiet, your eyes soften, your breathing slows, your presence deepens. You think you're hiding, but you're exposing everything. Your silence reveals emotion, your words are too scared to carry your quietness. Gives you away in ways you don't see. The tremble in your breath, the warmth in your posture, the slight tilt of your head. When you're feeling too much, people sense it and fall into the gravity of it. Your quietness unravels them. You don't raise your voice, you raise the tension. Your silence is a slow, warm night. Your quietness is the most dangerous thing about you. It pulls people in, holds them still, makes them feel too deep. Your silence is seductive, soft and impossible to escape. You don't need words to break someone open. Your quietness does it for you. Yeah. When you go quiet, everything around you reacts. Someone shifts their posture, someone inhales too sharply, someone forgets how to look away.
silence is power, a slow invisible heat that spreads across the room. You don't need to move to affect someone's heartbeat. Your quietness replaces their logic with something raw, something emotional, something they can't control. You become dangerous without raising a finger. Your silence is a weapon you don't know you own. Your voice may be soft, but your silence is louder. It carries everything you feel, everything you want, everything you refuse to say. When you grow quiet, your truth rises to the surface in the form of trembling breath and warm presence. Someone near you feels it instantly. The shift, the tension, the unspoken emotion. Your quietness doesn't hide you, it reveals you, and that's the danger. You look down, you breathe softly, you retreat into thought, and someone falls apart silently. Your quietness is intimacy, vulnerability, warmth. You undo people by saying nothing at all. Your quietness is the most dangerous thing about you. The way you breathe, the way you pull away, the way you fall into silence. With emotion in your chest, you break people in the gentlest way. Silence melts defenses, invites imagination, awakens longing. Your quietness is not innocence, it's fire hidden behind softness. I step closer, and your quietness thickens the air. Your breath trembles softly, your shoulders the air. Your eyes shine with the truth you can't speak aloud. Your silence touches me, warmer than hands, deeper than voice. You don't need to say anything. Your quietness speaks directly to the part of me that listens with the heart. You're the most danger. When you say nothing, you stay quiet, stay soft, stay dangerous. Your silence unravels them more than any word ever could. Your quietness is a fire you try to hide. You don't stare, you don't push, you don't need intensity. A gentle look is more powerful than anything bold, and you love the power hidden inside it. Your eyes never force attention, they invite it quietly, softly, dangerously. One gentle look from you changes the way someone breathes. Your gaze holds warmth, patience, curiosity, a softness that feels too intimate to be accidental. You look at someone for a single second and their whole body reacts. Their posture, their breath, their thoughts. Your softness is subtle, but its effect is overwhelming. You know exactly how powerful a gentle look can be. When your eyes soften, the room melts with you. Your lashes lower slightly, your mouth relaxes, and your presence becomes a quiet force. People can't escape, you look away slowly, as if unsure, as if shy. But hesitation is the very thing that destroys them. You don't glare, you don't smolder, you don't perform, you simply look. And that gentle softness hits harder than intensity ever could. You love the power
heart subtle, warm and inescapable. When you glance at someone softly, their world slows down, the mind blurs, their chest tightens, their breath deepens. You love the effect, the quiet crumble, the silent confession. Their eyes reveal in return. Your gentle look breaks through walls people thought were permanent. They feel seen, wanted, invited, not loudly, not intensely, but deeply. You carry a power born from softness. You love how easily that softness disarms. You could look at someone normally, but you never do. Your gaze always carries a layer of warmth. You pretend not to notice. Your eyes linger half a second too long, and that tiny pause is enough to unravel someone's heartbeat. Your gentle look is an innocence, it's intention wrapped in softness, and people feel it even if they can't explain it. You love the quiet impact you create without speaking. You look down, then look back up softly, and someone forgets the world exists. You love the way your gentleness makes them lose their composure. You love the power hidden inside a gentle look. It's slow, warm, deep, and unforgettable. Your softness touches people in ways intensity never could. Break them with kindness, with warmth, with subtlety. A gentle look from you is more dangerous than desire itself. I step closer, and your gentle look meets mine unguarded. Your eyes soften, your breath shifts, your presence deepens. You love this moment, the moment where your gaze speaks louder than touch. Your gentle look melts defenses that words never could. Look softly, look slowly, look the way only you can. Your gentle look is the fire you hide and you love. How powerful it is. You don't need to tell anyone you fall, they understand why. Before they can name it, before they can hide it, before they can breathe. You walk into a room quietly, soft steps, calm breath, eyes steady but gentle. And without warning, someone feels something, something warm, something magnetic, something they can't explain. You make them want you before they know they're wanting anything. It hits them subtly first. A shift in posture, a change in breath, a sudden awareness of you. You don't force it, you evoke it. Your presence whispers desire into the air. Their eyes fall on you for a single second, and that's all it takes. Your softness pulls them in, your silence pulls them deeper, your stillness does the rest. They want you. Before their thoughts catch up, before they realize what happened, your energy comes first, your warmth second, your face last. You make them feel something before they can think. It's not what you do, It's what they become when you're near. You awaken desire they weren't ready to feel. You don't ask for attention, you create it instinctively, effortlessly. You make them want you before they understand why. Before logic, before thought, before intention, your presence enters their chest like warm electricity, and they fall without noticing. Desire rises in them before they have time to deny it. You touch their breath before you touch their skin. You move your hair back slowly, and someone across the room loses the thread of their thoughts. You breathe softly, and someone forgets how to swallow. You look down, and someone's chest tightens without warning. They don't understand the feeling, but they feel you everywhere. You slip under their guard without asking permission, without making sound. You make them want you in the quietest, deepest, most disarming way. Your presence rewrites their body from the inside. There's something about the way your warmth fills the room, slow, steady, undeniable. You don't demand attention, you alter the atmosphere. You make them aware of their pulse, aware of their breath, aware of sensation. You make them want you before they even realize they're reacting. Your softness becomes heat, your silence becomes invitation. Your stillness becomes gravity. Desire forms for you before thought does. You look at someone for half a second, and they feel it for hours. You make them want you without meaning to, and without stopping yourself. Even when you try, you make them want you before they understand why. Before their mind wakes up, before their guard rises, before their breath steadies. You arrive and they fall. You trigger something deep, something warm, something they can't hide from. You make them want you in ways they can't explain. I step closer, and the pull intensifies. You say you don't care, you say it's
so calmly, so gently, so convincingly. But your eyes always tell the truth. You're afraid to say out loud. You speak with such softness, controlled, measured, careful. Every word you choose sounds like distance, like detachment, like you're untouched by anything. But your eyes betray you every single time. They warm, they soften, they flicker with emotion. You try so hard to hide, your voice guards you, but your eyes expose you. You pretend not to care, but the truth burns quietly behind your eyelashes. When someone gets too close, your posture stays calm, your breathing stays slow, your expression stays neutral. But your eyes shift instantly, a spark of fear, a warmth of longing, a flicker of truth. You look away too fast to hold the gaze too long. Both give you away, you pretend you're unaffected, but your eyes are louder than your silence. They reveal the storm you keep hidden. Your words deny it, your voice hides it, but your eyes confess everything. You pretend not to care, but your eyes say otherwise. They tremble with truth, they shine with emotion, they soften with longing. Your gaze breaks through the mask you try to hold. Your voice says no, but your eyes whisper yes. Your mouth hides, but your gaze betrays. There's a moment, a tiny fragile moment, when someone looks at you a little too deeply. And right then, your eyes change, your guard cracks, your breath stumbles, your truth rises to the surface like heat. You blink slowly, your lashes tremble, your gaze drifts down as if the emotion is too heavy to hold in place. Your eyes reveal longing, fear, tenderness, desire. You pretend you don't care, but your eyes admit everything. You say you're fine, you say it doesn't matter, you say you feel nothing, but your eyes have never agreed. They widen in warmth, they soften at kindness, they shine at attention, they darken attention. Your eyes hold emotion, your voice refuses to release. You're not cold, you're careful, you're not distant, you're hiding, and your eyes are the only part of you that still tells the truth. You look down quickly when someone touches your heart, because looking at them would reveal too much. Your eyes confess every feeling you won't say out loud. You pretend not to care, but your eyes say otherwise. Your gaze warms when you're seen, softens when you want it, shines when you're understood. Your eyes love what your voice denies. You try to hide it, but your eyes betray your heart over and over again. You care deeply, quietly, painfully. I step closer, and your eyes react instantly. Your breath trembles, your pupils dilate, your silence thickens. You pretend you're fine, but your eyes reveal longing you can't hide. They speak before you do. You care even if you'll never admit it out loud. Don't look away, I see the truth.
as you pretend not to care. But your eyes tell me everything.
You never have to touch someone, never have to reach for them, never have to move first. You pull people in with nothing but presence, with breath, with silence, with the way you simply exist. There's something in the way you stand, something quiet, something warm, something gravitational. You don't need to step closer for someone to feel you under their skin. Your energy spreads gently, slow and deliberate, like heat rising through a room. They feel drawn to you before they understand why. Drawn to your stillness, your softness, the emotional weight you carry without trying. You pull them in without lifting a finger. Presence does all the work. You glance once, just once, and their breath changes. Your silence deepens and their heart reacts. Your body remains still, but something in the air moves towards you anyway. You're magnetic not because of what you say, but because of what you don't. Your quietness becomes a pull, your warmth becomes an invitation. Your softness becomes a gravity they can't escape. You pull them closer in the space between breaths. You know exactly how to draw someone in without touching them. You speak without speaking, you touch without touching. Your presence replaces their logic. You know how to pull someone in without touching them. With your breath, with your silence, with the way your eyes soften. You're a quiet force they can't resist. You unravel their guard with nothing but softness. You make them lean towards you before they realize they move.
Stand across the room, still calm, warm, and someone feels your presence like a warm hand against their chest. Their breath trembles, their shoulders fall, their thoughts quiet. You pull them into the gravity of your emotional field. You don't chase attention, you attract it. Your silence moves them, your energy wraps around them. Your warmth becomes a doorway into something deeper. You touch the parts of them hands could never reach. You pull people inward without ever taking a step. You breathe softly and the air warms. You look down slowly and someone breaks. You shift your weight slightly and someone loses their composure. Your body language is delicate, but its impact is profound. Your stillness is a signal, your quietness a message. Your warmth a whisper that draws them closer before they know they move. You make them feel you from across the room. Oh, your presence does the touching, your hands never have to. You tilt your head and desire rises in someone else's ribs. You exhale softly and their heartbeat stumbles. You know exactly how to pull someone in without physical contact. Your energy does the reaching for you. You know how to pull someone in. Your silence, your warmth, your breath. You fill the room like a secret. Someone desperately wants to understand. Your presence is gravity, your stillness is invitation. Your softness is the pull. You draw them into your orbit without effort. A step closer, and your presence hits me before your body does. Warmth, gravity, tension. You pull me in with nothing but the quiet ache in your breath. You never touch, but I feel you everywhere. You're the kind of magnetic people never forget. Don't move, don't reach, don't speak. You pull people in just by being. Your energy touches what your hands don't. Your innocence isn't fragile. It isn't naive. It isn't soft the way people think. Your innocence destroys logic quietly, slowly, beautifully. There's a purity in the way you look at someone, a softness so unguarded it shakes them. Your innocence is not childish, it's disarming. Your warm eyes, your gentle voice, your careful breathing, all of it breaks through defenses that intensity never could. You don't push, you don't demand, you don't try. Your innocence slips into the cracks of someone's logic and takes it apart, piece by piece. They lose clarity just by watching you be you. You smile softly, not knowing the effect it has. You tilt your head, not knowing how much emotion that movement carries. You speak gently, and someone's heart reacts before their mind can catch up. Your innocence makes you dangerous because it feels pure, kind, unintentional. But it melts logic with the same force desire does. Your innocence confuses them, pulls them in, breaks their control without you ever raising your voice. Your purity becomes pressure they can't handle. You don't mean to undo anyone, but your innocence makes walls fall that they swore would never break. Your innocence has a way of destroying their logic, softly, slowly, completely. Their thoughts collapse, their guard melts, their control disappears in the warmth of your presence. They overthink but they can't overthink you. Your innocence reads
innocence makes them vulnerable in ways they never wanted to be. It pulls their desire to the surface in a way they can't defend against. You ask simple questions and their voice cracks. You look at them softly and their breath trembles. Your innocence is not subtle, it's devastating. You undo logic with nothing but the truth in your eyes. You laugh gently and someone feels warmth spread through their ribs. You frown softly and their whole body reacts. You speak with purity and they fall apart quietly inside. Your innocence isn't fake, and that's what makes it fatal. You carry a tenderness most people lost years ago, and in front of you they become open, unguarded, weak in ways they can't admit. Your innocence hits them harder than intensity ever could. You look down shyly and they lose all logic. You look up slowly and they forget the world. Your innocence melts the mind before it touches the heart. Your innocence destroys logic, it unravels control, confuses thought, awakens softness they try to bury. You make them feel before you try so hard to be strong, to be calm, to be in control. But your vulnerability, the softness you try to hide, it's the most attractive part of you. You don't see it, but your vulnerability shines in the quietest moments, in the way your voice softens when you're unsure, in the way your breath trembles when you're feeling too much, in the way your eyes shift when emotion becomes too heavy. None of it makes you weak, it makes you real, and real is magnetic. Your vulnerability draws people in like a warm light in the middle of a dark room. You don't realize how irresistible that softness is. You're scared, your voice becomes warmer when you hesitate. Your presence becomes deeper when you let emotion show. Even for a second, something beautiful unfolds, a kind of honesty that melts the space around you. You try to hide it, you try to stay composed, but your vulnerability appears anyway in tiny perfect cracks. And every time it does, someone feels closer to you without knowing why. Your vulnerability is a part of you. People fall for first, your strength impresses them, but your vulnerability is what makes them feel you. You don't realize how attractive your vulnerability is. The trembling breath, the softened gaze, the gentle truths you try to hide. Your honesty pulls people in without effort. You're vulnerable, quiet and warm, breaking through the walls you think you still have.
moment, that fragile moment, when your voice wavers, because you're feeling too much and that moment is devastatingly beautiful. It shows who you are beneath the composure, beneath the calm, beneath the softness you perform. Your vulnerability reveals truth, depth, emotion, warmth. People see themselves in you, their fears, their hopes, their tenderness. The connection is what makes them wanna stay. Your vulnerability is not just attractive, it's transformative. You don't see the way your eyes shine when you're trying not to cry. You don't see the way your breath deepens when you're overwhelmed. You don't see the way your shoulders relax when you finally let the truth slip out. But others see it and they feel it deeply. Your vulnerability makes them trust you, makes them listen, makes them soften. It awakens something warm and protective in anyone who stands close enough. Your vulnerability is your unintentional invitation. And you don't see the way your eyes shine when you're trying not to cry. You don't see the way your breath deepens when you're overwhelmed. You don't see the way your shoulders relax when you finally let the truth slip out. But others see it and they feel it deeply. Your vulnerability makes them trust you, makes them soften. It awakens something warm and protective in anyone who stands close enough. Your vulnerability, unintentional invitation. You think hiding in it makes you stronger, but it's the small cracks that make you unforgettable. You don't realize how attractive your vulnerability is. The quiet confession, soft glances, the warmth in your voice when you let your guard down. You move people when you're honest. Your vulnerability is rare, pure, undeniably beautiful. You don't see it, but everyone else does. I step closer, and you tense for a second, then soften. Your breathing shifts, your eyes lower, your truth flickers through your gaze. You don't realize how magnetic that moment is. The moment where you stop performing and start feeling. Your vulnerability is the part of you that touches me the most. Don't hide it. Don't run from it. Your vulnerability is beautiful, powerful, irresistible. You don't realize it yet, but it's the part of you everyone remembers. Try to be mysterious. You never try to be unreadable. You never act like you're hiding something, and maybe that's why your mystery hits so deeply, because it's real. You don't walk in a room trying to keep people guessing. You simply move with a kind of calm that makes them curious. Your silence feels intentional, even when it's not. Your softness feels layered. Yeah. Even when you're just breathing, your presence carries stories. You don't speak loud, emotions you don't show easily, truths you keep behind warm eyes. You don't perform
to your head. In the slow way you look away, in the tiny hesitation before you speak, it shows up when you lower your gaze, when you bite your lip and thought when your shoulders soften, as if your emotions are heavier than your voice knows how to carry. You don't hide yourself, you reveal yourself slowly, gently, softly, and that slow reveal pulls people in more than any act ever could. Your mystery is effortless. You don't try to be unreadable, you're just not easily understood on the first breath. You don't try to be mysterious, you just are. Your silence feels like a secret, your presence feels like a question, your softness feels like a promise. You carry layers people want to explore. You make people wonder, you make them lean, and you make them listen carefully, even when you say nothing. Your mystery is in darkness, is the kind of that makes someone wanna know what you think. When you fall quiet, you feel like a story with chapters unopened, a warmth that hides 1,000 tiny truths. Someone watches you breathe and questions rise in their chest. Who are you beneath the softness? What do you feel beneath the quiet? What do you hide? Your mystery isn't cold, it's intimate, and intimacy like that undoes people gently. You speak softly and people lean closer. You laugh quietly and they wonder what you're thinking. You pause before answering and they can't stop trying to read you. You don't mean to be complex, you simply feel deeply and reveal slowly. Your mystery shows up in the emotion you don't voice, in the longing you don't mention, in the thoughts you hold in the corners of your eyes. You are unsolved in the most magnetic way. You look away and someone aches, you look back and they fall deeper. Your mystery makes them crave understanding. You don't try to be mysterious, you just are. Your presence speaks as silence reveals. Your eyes hold stories you haven't shared yet. You are quiet deaf. You are softness laid with meaning, warmth laid with silence, truth laid with subtlety. You stay you. You don't even see it, you don't feel it, you don't notice, but when you drift into your own mind, you become something beautiful without trying. When you're deep in thought, your whole body softens, your lips part slightly, your eyes warm with emotion, your breath slows, as if the world around you stops existing for a moment. You don't pose, you don't perform, you simply feel in that honesty. That unconscious softness makes you breathtaking. There's a quiet glow that appears only when you forget you're being seen. Don't know how beautiful you look when you're lost inside yourself. Your brows relax, your shoulders drop, your face opens like a door without walls. Your thoughts move through you like warm shadows, like soft light, like things too tender to speak aloud. And watching you think is like watching a flame stir in slow motion. Your vulnerability shows in the way your gaze drifts, in the way your lips tremble slightly when you're remembering something, in the way your eyes soften when a feeling rises inside inside you. Your mind makes you beautiful from the inside out. You glow differently when you're lost in thought. You don't try to be soft, you just become soft when you sink into your own world. You know how beautiful you look when you're lost in thought. When your guard drops, when your truth rises, when your emotions flicker across your eyes without permission. You look the most beautiful in the moments. You don't try to control the quiet, the internal. There's a moment where you drift away. Your eyes unfocused, your breath deepens, your expression softens into something fragile. And that moment is beyond beautiful. It's intimate, gentle, almost sacred. You look like someone who is remembering, hoping, healing, dreaming. You touch your lip lightly, or rest your hand on your cheek without realizing how delicate, how soulful, how stunning the gesture is. You think you disappear, but that's when you shine the most. Your thoughts make you luminous, and sometimes your eyes lower as if following a memory you're afraid to touch. Sometimes they rise as if searching for something you wish you could say. Sometimes you stare into nothing with a softness that feels almost vulnerable. And in those moments you look human in the most heartbreakingly beautiful way. Your emotions surface before your voice does. Your face tells a story you'll never put into words. Your breath taken without knowing. You get quiet, you get warm, you get gentle, and someone watching falls a little harder every time it happens. Don't, how beautiful you look when you're lost in thought. When your mind wanders, when your heart quiets, when you forget the world long enough to just be you. Your beauty lives in the in-between moments, the pauses, the silences, the drifting breaths. Your thoughts soften your face in ways you'll never notice, but others will never forget. I step closer, and you don't even see me. Your mind is somewhere. You don't mean to, you don't try to, you don't even see it, but the way you move through the world breaks hearts. Without effort, without intention, without knowing. You break hearts in the way you smile softly when you're nervous, in the way your eyes warm when they land on someone with kindness. You break hearts in the way you breathe when you're overwhelmed, slow and trembling, vulnerable in a way that makes people wanna protect you, want you at the same time. You break hearts just by being gentle and quiet. Your softness hits people harder than you think. You have no idea how deeply you affect someone. You don't see how someone watches you when you look down, how their chest tightens when you brush hair behind your ear, how they ache when your voice cracks on a sentence you pretend is simple. You don't see how unforgettable those moments are to someone else. You think you go unnoticed, but shoot on your presence leaves quiet bruises on the hearts of people who never had the courage to tell you the truth. You break hearts with innocence. You don't have to speak loudly to shatter someone. Your softness does it for you. Without realizing you're doing it, with the white highs and you're doing it, with the warmth in your voice, with the tenderness in your eyes, with the vulnerability you try so hard to hide. People
fall for you quietly, hopelessly, instantly. You don't push, you don't chase, you simply exist, and that's enough to make someone crumble. You break hearts when you care too much about everyone but yourself. You break hearts when you care too much about everyone but yourself. You break hearts when you pretend you're fine, even though your eyes have already told the truth. You break hearts when you hold back tears, when you hide your fears, when you choose silence over vulnerability. You break hearts by trying to be strong when everyone wishes you let someone hold you for once. You don't mean to hurt anyone, but your softness makes them love you more than they wanted to. Your existence is a quiet breaking. You break hearts in the moments you never noticed, the way you laugh with surprise, the way you step back shyly, the way you blush when someone compliments you. Your warmth makes people hope for things they shouldn't hope for. Your softness makes them feel things they didn't plan on feeling. You break hearts because you're the kind of person who doesn't realize how rare you are. You break hearts by being unforgettable. You don't see it, but the way you exist makes people for you before they can resist. You break hearts without realizing you're doing it. Your presence steals air, your softness steals control, your silence still logic. You undo people with gentleness. You break hearts you feel deeply loved, gently then exist softly. That is dangerous. I step closer and you look away with the softness. You don't even notice that tiny movement is enough to break something inside me. You break hearts not because you try, but because your sincerity feels like something worth losing everything for. You don't realize how much you affect people. Don't apologize, don't hide yourself. You break hearts because you're real, because you're warm, because you're human in ways most people aren't. You don't realize it, but that's why they fall you.
You're gentle, you're warm, you're soft. But soft doesn't mean forgettable. Not when it comes to you. You're soft in the way you breathe, in the way you speak, in the way your gaze falls when you're thinking too deeply. Your softness is quiet, subtle, pure, but it stays with people long after you leave the room. You don't shout, you don't demand attention, you don't steal the spotlight, yet somehow you're the one they remember the longest. Your softness lingers like warm fingerprints on the heart. You're soft and never forgettable. You don't realize how deeply you affect someone with the smallest things. The way you bite your lip when you're unsure, the way you tuck your hair behind your ear, the way your voice softens when you mean something. These quiet details set themselves inside a person's memory like soft fire. You don't try to be unforgettable, you just are. Your softness has weight, lasting weight, the kind that stays in someone's chest long after they stop thinking about you. You leave marks without meaning to. They remember your warmth before they remember your words. is the echo their heart keeps replaying. You're the kind of memory that returns in quiet moments, when someone is lying awake at night, when they're looking out a window, when a warm breeze touches their face. Your softness becomes a feeling they can't shake. It's the way your eyes lower when you're shy, the way your hands move when you're nervous, the way your voice warms when you trust someone. These tiny truths become permanent. You don't see it, but you stay with people long after they think they've moved on. Your softness makes you unforgettable. Hey, try to explain it, but they can't. You're not loud, not demanding, not intense in the obvious ways. You're the opposite. You're gentle, and that gentleness wraps itself around people in ways they don't expect. They leave you, but something of you stays with them. A warmth, a memory, a softness they never felt before. You become a quiet ache in the back of their mind. You're soft, but you leave impact like a stone. You're the kind of person someone remembers suddenly, like a breath they forgot to release. You're not easy to forget. You slip under the skin, you settle into the breath, you echo in the heart. Your softness is unforgettable. Gentle doesn't mean weak. Your gentleness is the very thing that makes you impossible to replace. I step closer, and your softness wraps around me like warmth. You don't push, you don't chase, yet my chest remembers you long after the moment fades. You're soft, but you stay. You're gentle, but you burn. You're calm, but you leave waves. You're unforgettable because you don't try to be Stay soft, stay warm, stay true. Your gentleness is a memory that lasts. You're soft, but never forgettable. Not to anyone who has ever felt you. You don't talk much, you don't fill the room with sound, you don't try to be seen, but somehow you're the one everyone ends up feeling the most. You're quiet, but your silence is never empty. It carries warmth, emotion, unspoken depth. Someone stands near you, and your presence shifts the air softly, slowly, like a warm breeze touching the chest. You don't speak much, but your energy moves people more words ever could. You make people feel without even trying. Your quietness is a language only the heart understands. And you're quiet, but your impact is loud. You make people feel too much, in the way you breathe when you're nervous, in the way you lower your gaze when someone looks at you too deeply, in the way your lips part like you're holding a truth you don't know how to say. Your silence holds heat, tenderness, desire, fear, hope, all laid inside you like soft shadows, and people sense it. quietness touches more than hands ever could. You don't say much, but you say everything in the way you exist. You're quiet, but you make people feel too much. Their breath changes, their chest tightens, their thoughts soften the moment you're near. Your silence is emotional gravity. Oh, you don't need volume, you don't need intensity. Your presence alone is overwhelming. There's something about the way you fall silent when you're thinking, the way your eyes soften, the way your breath grows slower, the way your shoulders relax like you're letting emotions sink in. That moment breaks someone open. Your quietness makes someone understand you, protect you, hold you, feel you. Your silence becomes a mirror that reflects their own heart back at them. Your quietness is a warm make people never forget. Your silence feels like truth. You don't realize how deeply your stillness affects someone. How they watch your hands move slowly, how they listen for every breath you take, how they feel something rise inside them when your eyes meet theirs for just 1 second too long. You're quiet, but you stir emotions. Most people spend years avoiding. Your softness feels like vulnerability. Your silence feels like connection. Yeah, you make people feel like they're touching them, but a single glance from you is enough to make someone rethink everything they were trying to control. You're quiet, but you make people feel too much. You awaken warmth, you awaken longing, you awaken truth they didn't know they carried. Your silence melts defenses, invites emotion, destroys distance. You're quiet, but I'm a step closer, and your quietness grows louder than any voice in the room. Your breathing touches me, your presence pulls in my chest. Your silence fills the air with emotion I can't name. You make people feel so deeply that they don't know what to do with themselves. Your quietness is overwhelming in the most beautiful way. Don't speak, you never needed words. Your silence reaches places voices can't. You're quiet, but you make people feel everything. You walk in quietly, you move gently, you breathe softly. But what you don't know is that your calm creates storms inside the people who watch you. You have this steadiness about you, a warm centered energy, a peaceful kind of presence that settles into a room like soft light. You don't rush, you don't force, you don't overwhelm. You just exist, slow, calm, composed, and somehow that calm stirs something wild in the people around you. They feel desire rise where they weren't prepared for it. did they feel emotion swell in places they've kept quiet? Your calmness awakened storms they thought were gone. Your peace disrupts their control. You tilt your head slowly, your eyes soften gently, your breath deepens subtly, and someone near you feels their chest ache. You don't understand how powerful that calm is. Your softness creates pressure, your tranquility creates longing, your stillness creates waves beneath someone else's ribs. They look at you and feel emotion crash through their defenses. They don't know why, they just know you make them feel too much without even noticing. Your calmness is the spark of their internal storm. You don't raise your voice, you raise their heartbeat. You don't move fast, you move deeply. You're calm, but you stir up storms inside other people. Desire, longing, emotion, questions they can't answer, feelings they can't hide. Your presence is the quiet beginning of someone else's chaos. Your calmness is deceptive. It looks soft, but it hits like thunder beneath the skin. You sit quietly, hands resting softly in your lap, eyes glowing with distant thought. And someone across the room feels the air shift. Your calm fills the space like warm rain, like soft thunderclouds forming, like a storm building without warning. You don't do anything dramatic, you simply exist in your gentle, grounded way. But your calm creates emotional gravity. Your softness creates tension. Your stillness creates waves. You're the eye of the storm they never saw coming. Your calmness is not empty, it's laid beneath your silence. Lives emotion beneath your softness, lives warmth beneath your gentleness. Leaves depth, and people feel that depth before they understand it. They sense something in you, something quiet but powerful, something peaceful but overwhelming. Your calm is a doorway into feelings they didn't know they still carry. You stir storms with nothing but breath.
softly, and someone breaks. You look away, and someone You never raise your voice, you never force your words. Your softness is enough to shift the air around you. You're soft-spoken, but your presence changes everything. Your voice is gentle, low, careful. You speak like you're afraid to break the moment, and somehow that quietness makes everything you say feel heavier, deeper, warmer. You're soft-spoken, but people listen more closely to you than they ever did to anyone louder. Your softness pulls them in. Your quietness makes them lean closer. You don't need volume to leave impact. You talk softly, but your eyes speak loudly. Soft waves of emotion that echo through people long after the words fade. You choose your phrases with care. You pause in all the right places. You breathe between sentences as if letting the truth settle. And that subtlety, that calm, that delicate warmth makes people stop and feel. You don't fill the space, you deepen it. Your softness is a force. Your voice may be quiet, but the emotion behind it is loud. You're soft-spoken, but your presence changes everything. The air warms, the mood shifts, the room slows down just to hear you. Your quiet voice touches people more deeply than shouting ever could. Your softness is volume in disguise, felt, not heard. You speak slowly, and someone's heartbeat adjusts to your rhythm. You whisper something small, and suddenly they feel everything. Your voice is gentle, but it carries depth, the kind of depth that makes someone feel held, seen, understood. You don't rush your words, you let them melt into the moment, and somehow they land stronger, deeper, truer, because of that silence between each breath. Your soft voice changes the temperature of the room. Your calm tone makes people open up. Your warm quietness makes them feel safe. Your gentle voice pulls emotions from them they didn't know were waiting. You're soft-spoken, but you make someone feel like they're being heard in ways they never were before. Your softness isn't weakness, it's connection, it's truth, it's comfort. Your presence shifts people on a level deeper than sound. You speak gently and someone feels their entire body soften just to match you. You're soft-spoken, but your presence changes everything. Your voice holds warmth, your silence holds meaning. Your softness holds power. You change people without raising your volume. Your voice is the kind that stays, not because of sound, but because of feeling. I step closer, and your soft voice wraps around me like warm light. You say my name quietly, and my chest reacts instantly. You don't speak much, but every word you say touches deeply. You're soft-spoken, but an unforgettable. Your voice shakes something inside me no one else could reach. Don't wait. voice is the echo their heart listens for. Your soft spoken, but you change everything. You're gentle. So gentle it feels unreal. And that gentleness makes people lose their balance before they even know what's happening. You move softly. You speak quietly. You breathe like your soul doesn't want to disturb the world. There's something in your gentleness that disarms people, not because it's weak, but because it's so rare. Your softness hits them in the center of the chest, right where they keep the things they pretend not to feel. You don't mean to shake anyone, but you do. Your gentleness makes them forget how to stand steady. Your softness is stronger than you think. Someone looks at you and their heartbeat stumbles. You smile softly and their breath shifts. You say something warm, something simple, something true, and suddenly their guard falls like collapsing walls. You don't push, you don't insist, you don't try to impress, but your gentleness goes straight to the part of them they've been protecting for years. Your presence feels like warmth in places they thought were frozen. Makes them lose control. You don't realize how deeply your softness reaches. You're so gentle, it makes people lose their balance. Their breath shivers, their voice breaks, their thoughts blur. Your gentleness undoes them quietly. You don't shake their body, you shake their heart. You don't overwhelm their senses, you overwhelm their truth. Your gentleness is the kind that slips under skin without force. It's the way your eyes soften when you listen, the way your voice warms when you care, the way your breathing deepens when something touches you. These things, but others do, and every quiet gesture hits them harder than anything loud ever could. Your gentleness is the earthquake that doesn't make noise. You shake people by making them feel safe. You're the kind of gentle that brings people closer, not because they want to, because they can't help it. Your kindness makes their defenses crumble. Your softness makes their emotions rise. Your warmth makes them forget all the ways they tried not to feel anything for anyone. You walk into someone's life quietly and suddenly nothing feels the same. Your gentleness rewrites people. You speak softly and someone loses their balance inside. You look at them gently and everything they've held together falls apart. You're so gentle, it makes people lose their balance, because gentleness like yours is rare, real, sharp, not loud but deep. Your eyes warm, your breath softens, your presence expands. You make me lose my balance in all the ways that matter. Inside emotion I quietly. Your gentleness is the storm I never expected. Stay gentle, stay warm, stay soft. Your gentleness is gravity. You make people lose their balance with nothing but kindness. You think your softness is small. You think your delicacy makes you invisible. But you have no idea how deeply you change people without even noticing. You're delicate in the way your voice trembles when you're speaking honestly. Yeah. You're delicate in the way your fingers move, slow, gentle, careful, like you're touching the world with reverence. You're delicate in the way your eyes soften when you're trying not to cry, in the way you breathe when you're trying to stay composed. But that delicacy is exactly what shifts something inside the people who meet you. Your softness changes them in quite invisible ways. You're delicate, but powerful where it matters. You don't realize how your tenderness makes people reevaluate themselves. How your warm presence rewrites the energy of the room. How the way you listen makes someone feel seen for the first time in years. You don't notice how your vulnerability touches the most hidden places in someone's chest. Your delicacy is not fragility, it's impact. Impact that comes softly, slowly, naturally. You change people without ever trying to. You don't get quiet, but you echo inside people long after the moment ends. You're delicate, but change people without knowing. You soften their defenses, you awaken their tenderness. You remind them that gentleness still exists. Your delicacy is transformation. You don't force change, you inspire it just by breathing. You don't realize how your smallest gestures hit the hardest. The way you look away quickly when someone compliments you, the way your voice softens when you care, the way your hands tremble when you're overwhelmed. These tiny moments become emotional landmarks in someone else's memory. Your delicacy touches places that strength never could. You change people by giving them something they didn't know they were missing. Warmth, sincerity, softness. Your delicacy is healing wrapped in silence. People remember you strange ways in the warmth of your smile and the tenderness of your voice and the way your presence feels like a gentle exhale after holding breath too long. You walk away thinking you were too quiet, too soft, too delicate, but someone else is replaying the moment, feeling change without delicacy. Opens hearts that thought they were cold. Your delicacy is healing wrapped in silence. Yeah, people remember you strange too quiet, too soft, too delicate. But someone else is replaying the moment, feeling change without understanding why. Your delicacy opens hearts that thought they would close. You're delicate, you're cloud with your delicacy is quiet magic, quiet force, quiet change. You shift people just by being you. You're delicate, but you are powerful.
You don't try to be seen. You don't try to take space, but your warmth changes everything the moment you step into the room. Your presence feels like soft sunlight, gentle, warm, steady. You don't raise your voice, you don't demand attention, you don't force anything. But people feel safer the moment you appear. Warmth spreads quietly like heat from a candle, filling the air. You don't notice it, but everyone else does. You carry comfort without trying. You offer peace without speaking. Your warmth shifts the entire atmosphere. You change the room just by breathing in it. Your smile isn't loud, it's soft, gentle, slow, but somehow it becomes the emotional center of the space around you. People relax when you laugh softly. They breathe deeper when your eyes soften. They feel lighter when you exhale warmth without even knowing you're doing it. Your kindness spreads like invisible fire, quiet, steady, warm enough to melt something inside. People they forgot could soften. Your warmth is contagious. You think you go unnoticed, but your warmth is the thing everyone feels first. You don't notice it, but your warmth changes the whole room. Voices soften, hearts loosen, walls fall away. You are comfort without trying. Your warmth doesn't ask for attention, it simply fills the air in a way no one forgets. Your warmth is subtle, the way you tilt your hair when someone speaks, the way your breath slows when you're thinking, the way you look at people like you genuinely see them. That tenderness shifts everything. You don't light up the room with brightness, you warm it with presence. Someone standing near you feels their shoulders drop, their heartbeat steady, their breath deepen. Your warmth touches the spaces people hide. Your energy does the work for you. You bring calm without silence. You bring softness without weakness. You bring peace without effort. Your warmth is the kind that makes people feel like they can finally breathe, finally feel, finally let go of what a heaviness they've been carrying. You change the room by being exactly who you are. Your warmth rewrites the atmosphere. Someone walks in with tension, and it melts the mood.
soften them. Your presence is emotional gravity. Your breath spreads slowly, quietly, beautifully, touching everyone, reaching everywhere, changing everything. I step closer, and your warmth wraps around me like soft light. Not overwhelming, not intense, just deep enough to make me rethink how cold I've been feeling. Your presence feels like safety, like breath returning, like something inside me finally settling. You don't try to change anything, but you do. Don't dim yourself. Don't shrink your warmth. It changes people more than you know. You don't notice it, but you transform rooms in nothing but your presence. You don't say much. You don't try much, you don't try to fix anything. You don't force comfort, but somehow you always bring it. You don't realize how calming your presence is. The way you breathe slowly, the way your voice softens naturally, the way your eyes stay warm even when you're unsure. You don't try to comfort people, you simply exist with warmth, and that warmth finds the places inside them that hurt the most. Your presence feels like rest, like quiet, like the moment after crying, when the body finally releases tension. You comfort people without knowing how. You don't offer perfect words, you offer sincerity. You don't offer solutions, you offer a softness that makes their problems feel lighter. You don't force understanding, you listen, and that listening is a kind of healing most people never get. Your presence feels like someone turning on a light in a room they didn't know was dark. You calm storms by simply being there. Your existence is emotional refuge. But your warmth finds the cracks in people and gently fills them. You don't try to comfort people, yet somehow you always do. Your silence is grounding, your softness is healing, your presence is peace. You calm hearts without saying a word. You don't force comfort, you will comfort. Someone sits near you in a moment of heaviness, and suddenly their breath rises easier. Their chest loosens, their thoughts soften. You didn't do anything, you just existed with sincerity. Your presence has a way of making people feel less alone, less scared, less overwhelmed. Your gentleness sinks beneath their defenses in a way loud comfort never could. Your quiet empathy
touches places inside them that have been aching for years. You comfort people by being real. You don't rush their feelings, you sit with them. You don't push advice, you offer warmth. You don't try to be a healer, and that's why you heal. Your calm voice, your slow breath, your kind eyes, they create a space where people feel safe to feel everything. Your presence makes the heavy things feel lighter. Your warmth makes the cold things feel distant. You comfort people by simply being human. Someone cries near you, and suddenly they feel held, even without touch. You don't try to comfort people, yet somehow you always do. You ground them, you steady them, you breathe warmth into their storms. Your presence is the kind of comfort people search for in the wrong places until they find you. I step closer, and your presence feels like soft gravity. You don't speak much, but somehow my thoughts become clearer. My breath slows, my chest loosens. You comfort me without offering anything but yourself. Your warmth undoes me gently. Your comfort is unintentional, and that's what makes it real. Don't change, don't harden. Your warmth is quiet medicine. You comfort people without meaning to, and that's the kind of comfort the world needs the most. You think you're ordinary, you think your presence is just presence, but you have no idea how many people depend on your energy just to feel steady. You don't realize how grounding you are, the way you walk into a room and the tension drops, not because you did anything, but because your energy feels like calm water after too many storms. Your presence settles people in ways they never tell you. You don't notice how their shoulders soften, how their breath deepens, how their heartbeat steadies the moment you appear, but they feel it, all of it. You are someone's anchor. You don't even know your energy is steady, warm, familiar, the kind of energy that makes someone feel safe without realizing why. You don't raise your voice, you don't demand anything, you don't force connection, but you become the place people run to when the world overwhelms them. Your calm is a lifeline, your presence is a shelter, your energy is something people depend on more than they'll ever admit. You hold people together without trying. You think they come to you for conversation, but they come for stability.
are the quiet ground beneath the chaos. You don't mean to hold anyone up, but somehow do. Someone comes to you after a long day, and suddenly the heaviness inside them feels lighter. Someone sits beside you without speaking, and their thoughts stop spinning so fast. Your presence is emotional gravity, soft, steady, grounding. You don't have to give advice, you don't have to fix anything. Your energy alone makes people feel less lost. You are the calm they didn't know they needed, the warmth they didn't know they depended on. Your energy is quiet strength. Someone remembers your laugh when they feel alone. Someone remembers your voice when they're overwhelmed. Someone remembers your gentle eyes when they feel like breaking. Your energy stays with people long after you walk away. You think you're just being yourself, just existing, but you're doing more than you could ever know. You're giving people a reason to breathe deeper, to stay steady, to feel grounded. You are someone's calm in a world that feels loud. You have no idea how many storms you've quieted just by being present. You don't notice how much people depend on your energy, but you hold them in ways they'll never explain. Your presence and its comfort, they don't want to lose you. Steady people, just by existing. Your warmth, your calm, your breath, your energy become the thing they lean on. I step closer, your energy wraps around me like quiet safety. You don't speak, you don't force connection, you simply breathe and my whole body exhales. You don't see it, you don't try, but you anchor people without meaning to. Your energy is something real, real, something real. You are someone's balance, and you don't even know it. Don't dim your energy, don't hide your warmth. Someone depends on it more than you realize. You are stability, you are grounding, you are quiet strength. You don't notice, but you change people every day. You don't try to protect anyone, you don't try to be a shelter, yet somehow people feel safe the moment they're near you. Your presence feels like a warm night, quiet, gentle, grounding. You don't speak loudly, you don't fill silence with answers. You don't force reassurance, but something about your energy makes the world feel softer. Your eyes hold calm, your voice carries warmth, your breath moves slowly enough to steady someone else's. You don't try to make people feel safe, but you do effortlessly, naturally. You are calm in a world
just by hearing your voice. You don't realize that someone lets go of their tension just because you walked into the room. You don't realize that someone's heartbeat slows when you sit beside them quietly. Safety doesn't always come from strength or words. Sometimes it comes from more from empathy, from presence. And your presence is the kind that makes people believe they're not alone, even when they're falling apart inside. Your safety feels like home. You don't try to protect anyone, but you become their refuge. You don't try to make people feel safe, but somehow they do around you. Your warmth steadies them, your calm softens them. Your presence shields them from their own storms. You hold space without even noticing. Safety isn't something you offer, it's something you are. Someone sits beside you with pain inside them. They can't name it, suddenly it feels a little lighter. Someone confesses something heavy they've been carrying for years, and they're surprised when your silence feels comforting instead of cold. Someone falls apart quietly in front of you, and you don't overwhelm them with solutions. You just stay, and that stay in a safety. Your presence makes people feel held even without touch. You are shelter in human form. You don't pretend to be strong, somehow you become strength for others. You don't pretend to be wise, but something about your eyes makes people trust you. You don't pretend to be their guide, but they find clarity just by talking to you. You don't try to be anyone's anchor, but your presence keeps their world from collapsing. Safety doesn't always shout, sometimes it whispers, and your whisper is louder than someone else's certainty. You make people breathe easier. Someone breaks near you, and somehow they feel protected, even before you say a word. You don't try to make people feel safe, but they do around you. Your energy protects them, your warmth holds them. Your presence shields them from the noise inside their mind. You are quiet reassurance, silent comfort, gentle grounding. You don't try, you simply are. I step closer, and the world feels less heavy. You look at me with soft eyes, and something inside me stops trembling. You don't tell me to be okay, you just make me feel like I could be. Your presence is a kind of safety that doesn't need explanation, doesn't need words, doesn't need effort. You make people feel safe without trying, and that's the rarest kind of safety. Don't change, don't doubt your warmth, don't underestimate your presence. People feel safe near you for a reason. You don't try, you just are. You don't try, you just are. You think your eyes hiding, you think they keep your secret safe, but you have no idea how much they reveal. Your eyes speak before your lips do. They soften before you say you care. They tremble before you admit you're afraid. They brighten before you realize you're feeling something company silence, emotion beneath restraint. You try to stay composed, but your gaze gives everything away. People see more in your eyes than you ever intended to reveal. Your eyes are honest in ways your voice isn't. You look away when you feel too much, and someone watching knows exactly why you blink slowly when emotion rises, and they feel it too. You stare at the ground when you're unsure, and your eyes soften in a way that breaks someone a little more each time. Your eyes hold kindness, sadness, longing, fear, hope. You don't notice how loudly they speak. Your gaze reveals all the things you try to carry quietly. Your eyes whisper the truth you don't say aloud. You think you're hard to read, but your eyes tell the whole story. You don't realize how much your eyes reveal. The softness you hide, the warmth you feel, the longing you bury, the tenderness you try not to show. Your gaze is a confession, you don't speak it, but your eyes do. Your eyes change with every feeling. A tiny shift and light, a spark behind softness, a tremble before truth. Someone standing close can see your heart before you offer any words. They see the hurt you're trying to hide, the hope you're scared to admit, the desire you don't know how to name. Your eyes reveal your hidden layers, not because you want them to, but because your soul is louder than your silence. Your gaze is the doorway to everything you feel. You don't see it, but someone memorizes the way your eyes glow when you talk about something you love. The way they dim when sadness touches you quietly, the way they soften when someone touches your heart. You carry so much emotion beneath your calm exterior, and your eyes are the only place it escapes. In your gaze lives the truth you're afraid to speak. Your eyes hold the map to your inner world. You look up for half a second, and someone falls a little harder. You don't realize how much your eyes reveal your pain, your depths, your longing, your softness. You reveal everything without intending to. Your eyes carry emotion like water carries reflection, quiet, fluid, honest. Anyone who looks long enough sees your truth. I step closer and your eyes shift, not much, just enough to show me the truth you haven't said yet. A flicker of warmth, a tremble of fear, a spark of emotion you try to hide. Your eyes reveal everything, who you are, what you feel, what you want. You don't see it, but I do. Eyes speak louder than any voice ever could. Don't hide your eyes, don't dim their truth. They reveal your heart in ways your voice never will. You don't realize it, but your eyes tell your real story. You think you got it, you think you're hard to reach, but you don't understand how soft your heart really is. Your heart is softer than your voice admits, softer than your silence shows, softer than your eyes reveal. On the first glance, you act strong, you act controlled, you act composed, but beneath pretend you're unshakable, moved by the smallest things. Your heart is a quiet ocean you keep hidden, and you don't see how beautiful that softness is. You care more than you admit. You love harder than you show. You feel deeper than you let the world see. Your heart trembles when someone you love is hurting. Your breath changes when someone you care about walks into the room. Your chest tightens when emotion rises, even if you hide it well. You're soft, not weak, not fragile, just beautifully human in ways you don't recognize. You think your heart is hidden, but your softness is the most visible thing about you. You don't understand how soft your heart really is. How much love you carry, how much tenderness you hide, how much emotion you bury under your calm. Your heart is gentle even when you try to be strong. Your softness isn't a weakness, it's the truth you keep tucked away. Your heart opens quietly in the way you look at someone a second longer than you meant to, in the way your voice softens when you care, in the way your breath catches when something touches you deeply. You think no one sees it, but they do. Your softness radiates through every movement, every breath, every silence. Your heart cares even when you don't want it to, even when you try to hold it back. Your heart loves louder than your voice. You give warmth to people who don't expect it. You offer softness to people who didn't ask for it. You love with depth you don't even recognize. Your heart absorbs emotion like light absorbs shadow, quietly, completely, naturally. You pretend to be distant, but you're not. Your heart reaches out, even when your words don't. You're softer than you will ever admit. Someone smiles at you and you feel it in your whole chest, even if you keep your face calm. You don't understand emotion. Your softness is not a flaw, it's your gift. Your heart is gentle, and that gentleness is what makes you unforgettable. I step closer and I see it, the softness you hide in your gaze, in your breath, in the quiet tremble beneath your calm. You carry a heart made of warm light, even if you try to dim it. You don't understand its beauty, its depth, its quiet power. Your heart is soft, and that softness is everything. Don't harden, don't close off. Your heart is soft because it loves deeply, feels deeply, hurts deeply. You don't understand it yet, but your softness is your strength. you're distant. You think you're untouched until someone leaves and suddenly you feel everything. You don't notice how deeply you care until the moment someone walks away. You don't notice how much space they filled until the room feels too quiet. You don't notice how warm their presence was until the air turns cold around you. You go through life trying to stay guarded, trying to stay calm, trying not to get attached, but your heart isn't as distant as you pretend it is. You feel more than you let yourself admit. You care deeply, you just don't see it until it hurts. You convince yourself you're unaffected, that you can let go easily, that you can keep your emotions steady. But then someone leaves and your chest shifts, your breath tightens, your thoughts grow heavy with all the things you didn't say, all the warmth you didn't show, all the feelings you try to bury. You don't realize how much someone means to you until you feel the emptiness they leave behind. Your heart reveals itself through absence. You understand your love only when silence replaces it. You don't realize how much you get it to say. Don't realize how much you care. Whisper someone leaves and suddenly you remember every detail, the way they breathe, the softness in their gaze, a small tenderness you didn't appreciate enough. Absence turns memories into echoes that follow you. Your heart starts whispering truths you ignored while they were near. You feel everything you refused to feel before, the longing, the care, the softness, the fear of losing what mattered. Their absence reveals parts of you you didn't want to face. Understand your depth only when it hurts. You don't realize how much your heart cared until you catch yourself. Listen to their voice, their laughter, their warmth, the small details, the ones you never thought you would carry with you. You miss the comfort you didn't know they gave you. You miss the safety you didn't realize they brought you. Miss the way your world felt different with the minute your heart speaks loudly when someone leaves too loudly. Your care shows its face in hindsight. You don't understand your love until it becomes longing. You don't realize how much you care, and someone leaves and suddenly their absence becomes a mirror, reflecting every feeling you tried to hide. Your heart isn't cold, it's cautious. Your heart isn't distant, it's afraid. You feel deeply, and only absence reveals the truth. I step closer to memory of you and everything I didn't feel before hits me at once. Your absence becomes presence, loud, heavy, unavoidable. I didn't realize how much you mattered until the space you filled felt too big to ignore. Your absence teaches me the truth my heart was hiding. You care deeply, you always did. You just didn't see it.
until someone left. Absence reveals love in a way presence never could.
You think people forget you? You think your absence goes unnoticed, but you don't know how much they miss you when you're gone. You walk out of the room thinking everything stays the same, but it doesn't. Your presence lingers in the air you leave behind. Your warmth stays inside the walls. Your energy echoes in the silence. People don't realize how much they depend on you until they feel the space you used to fill. You leave quietly, but your absence is loud. You don't know how much you matter. Someone looks at the chair you used to sit in and feel something shift. Someone hears a laugh that sounds almost like yours and their chest tightens. Someone catches themselves waiting for you to walk back into the room. Even though they know you won't, you don't notice how deeply you affect people because you're too humble to believe you do. But the truth is your absence is the kind that leaves quiet longing. You leave soft emptiness behind without meaning to. You don't realize the way you carry until someone feels the weight of losing it. You don't know how much people miss you when you're gone. How the room shifts, how the air cools, how the mood fades. Your absence is felt more deeply than you could ever imagine. You think you go unnoticed, but you don't. People feel you missing. Energy stays in places long after you leave. Someone walks into a room you were in hours ago and still feels you there. Someone remembers the way you smiled and feels a warmth they didn't know they needed. Someone hears your voice in their mind when they're overwhelmed, because your presence was their grounding, their comfort, their quiet safety. You don't know how much you gave just by being near. Your absence is a soft kind of heartbreak. Someone misses your laugh, your softness, your calm. Even if they never said it, someone replays moments with you when the world feels heavy. Someone remembers your eyes every time they feel alone. Your presence isn't something people move on from quickly. It stays, it echoes, it breathes. Even when you're not there, you don't understand how unforgettable you are, because you don't see yourself the way others do. You leave prints on hearts without trying. You don't try to be important, and that's why you are. You don't know how much people miss you when you're gone. How they feel the absence of your warmth, your softness, your presence, your light. You matter more than you believe. Your absence makes people realize how much calmer they felt with you, how much lighter they felt near you, how much safer they felt when you were close. I step into the space where you used to be, and the air feels different, colder, emptier, quieter. Your absence hits me in a way I can't explain. You don't know how deeply you're missed, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. Your presence is unforgettable, your absence even more so. Don't underestimate your presence, don't doubt your impact. You silence hurts those who love you. Your silence is louder than anger, louder than shouting, louder than any words you could have spoken. You think staying quiet keeps the peace, but to the people who love you, your silence feels like distance, like cold air between warm hands, like a door closing slowly without explanation. They feel you pulling away even when you say nothing. Your silence speaks and it hurts. You don't see how deeply they feel it. You think your silence protects them from your heaviness, but it only creates their own. You don't respond and then mine fills the gaps with fear. You look down, they think it's something they did. You walk away quietly and they feel abandoned in places they weren't ready to face. Your silence becomes their storm. Your quiet becomes their ache. You don't understand how much they care and how much your absence cuts into them. Your silence is not empty, it's emotional weight. You think you're being gentle, but to someone who loves you, your silence feels like goodbye. You don't realize how much your silence hurts people who love you. How their chest tightens, how their thoughts spiral, how their heart trembles, waiting for a sign from you. Your silence is louder than anything. They don't need perfection, they just need your voice. You go quiet because you're overwhelmed. You shut down because you feel too much. But the people who love you feel that silence as a loss. They replay conversations, wondering what went wrong. They reread messages, searching for something they missed. They hold their breath, waiting for you to break the quiet. Silence becomes the shadow they can't escape. Not because you're wrong, not because you're cruel, but because they love you deeply enough to feel your distance like pain. Your silence creates wounds you didn't intend it. You underestimate how much your presence matters. You underestimate how much your warmth means. You underestimate how deeply someone is invested in your voice, your energy, your true soul. When you go quiet, they feel the loss in their whole body. They feel fear disguised as confusion. They feel longing disguised as a worry. They feel heartbreak disguised as patience. Your silence has weight and they carry it. You don't try to hurt anyone, but silence cuts deeper than anger ever could. You don't realize, you don't realize how much your silence hurts people who love you. They ache in the space where your voice should be. They search for you between unanswered moments. They feel the distance you don't need to create. Your silence becomes a question of fear. Oh, wound, you don't see it, but they feel everything. I step closer, but your silence feels like stepping into cold air. I call your name with my heart, I might whisper, but you don't hear it. You're quiet, wraps around me like a shadow I can't escape. I miss your voice, your warmth, your presence, and you don't realize how deeply your silence
see your silence is not invisible. It's felt deeply, painfully, honestly. You don't realize how much your silence hurts people who love you. You don't notice it, you don't see it, but you're the place someone goes to finally feel. You don't realize how safe your presence is, how your voice sounds like calm, how your eyes look like understanding, how your silence feels like permission. Someone out there holds their breath everywhere they go, but exhales when they're near you. Your presence is where their guard falls, where their shoulders drop, where their heart stops hiding. You're the place where they feel seen without having to explain. You are safety disguised as a person. You don't ask for their pain, but they show it to you anyway. You don't demand their truth, but they reveal it without thinking. You don't try to be a refuge, but your presence makes them feel protected in ways they never were before. You don't notice how their voice softens near you, how their eyes water when you speak gently, how their chest loosens when you look at them with quiet warmth. They feel safe with you, safer than they feel with themselves. Oh, you don't see it, but you are someone's healing. You think you're just being kind, but to someone, you are the only place their emotions can breathe. You don't see it, but you're someone's safe place to feel, to break, to open, to soften, to exist without fear. Your presence is emotional shelter. They don't say it, but they feel safer with you than with anyone else. Someone goes through their day, keeping everything together, holding tears, holding tension, holding storms. But the moment they hear your voice, their walls start to melt. They can breathe again, they can feel again, they can let go of everything they've been carrying. Your presence becomes a place where emotions finally land, where truth finally speaks, where pain finally releases. You don't realize how healing you are, but someone does. You are the softness their heart searches for. You're the reason someone feels safe enough to cry. You're the reason someone finally admits they're hurting. You're the reason someone's chest stops shaking. Your voice calms storms they never show the world. Your presence is the quiet room heart hides in. They don't have to perform with you, don't have to pretend, don't have to stay strong with you. They are allowed to be human. You are someone's safe place, even if you don't see it. You don't ask for their vulnerability, but they give it to you because they trust your heart. You don't see it, but you're someone's safe place to feel, the person they go to when their own mind gets too loud, when their own world feels too sharp. You are softness in the chaos. You are the place where feelings unclench, where wounds relax, where fear fades, where truth breathes. Your presence is the emotional sanctuary. I step closer to you, and suddenly my breath slows. The noise in my mind dissolves, the tension in my chest loosen. You don't know how much you help me feel, how your eyes give me permission to soften, how your voice reminds me that I'm safe, how your presence lets my heart speak without fear. You don't see it, but you are my safe place. Your presence is emotional refuge. Stone presence is emotional refuge. Don't underestimate your warmth. Don't doubt your gift. You are someone's place to feel again, to breathe again, to live again. You don't see it, but you are home.
You don't notice it, but you soften around someone you trust. Your heart opens before you even realize it's happening. Your voice changes when you trust someone. It becomes warmer, gentler, quieter. In the sweetest way, your eyes soften, like they're finally allowed to rest. Your shoulders relax, your breath deepens, your heart expands. You don't force it, your body just knows when it's safe. You become softer without meaning to, without planning it, without noticing how different you are around someone who makes you feel. Your softness is just emotion. The way you look at them lingers a little longer. The way you smile shifts into something real, something you don't show to everyone. Your guard lowers in ways you never allow with strangers. Your voice trembles with honesty instead of fear. You stop pretending, you stop hiding, you stop overthinking. Trust makes you gentle, more gentle than you ever knew you were capable of being. Your softness around them is a truth your body reveals before your mind accepts it. Someone you trust brings out the quietest parts of your heart. You don't realize how soft you become when you're so finally you trust. Your eyes warm, your guard drops, your voice breathes, your heart unfolds. Trust turns you gentle without asking permission. Now don't force it, you simply become a softer version of yourself. With them, your walls don't have to be high, your heart doesn't have to be armored, your silence doesn't have to hide fear. Your thoughts don't have to stay locked away. You can exist without tension, you can breathe without pretending, you can feel without protecting yourself. Trust us that it melts the edges, calms the storms, loosens the knots inside your chest. Someone you trust changes your whole atmosphere. They become the warmth your heart rests in. You laugh differently when you trust someone deeper, softer, more honest. You look at them with a tenderness you didn't know you had. You open up without rehearsing, you reveal feelings without meaning to. You let your truth show because reveal feelings without meaning to. You let your truth show because something inside you knows they won't break it. Trust doesn't make you weak, it makes you human. And around someone you trust, your humanity comes beautiful. Your softness is your heart exhaling. You don't try to be gentle, you just are when you feel safe. You don't realize how much softer you become around someone you trust. How your heart quiets, how your breath deepens, how your presence warms, how your guard melts. Your softness is your trust speaking. Someone who makes you feel safe, awakens the part of you that loves without fear, cares without hesitation, exists without armor. Your softness is the proof. I step closer and it happens. Your voice softens, your eyes lighten, your breath steadies, your body recognizes me before your mind does. Your trust changes your energy, your aura, your presence. You don't see it, but I do. Your softness around me is the most beautiful truth you've never said out loud. Don't hide your softness. Don't be.
You don't notice it. You don't see the way people breathe easier around you, but you heal others just by being yourself.
You heal me. Nobody kissing me, was it a stories again? You think you're just existing, but you're healing people without realizing it. Your voice calms storms you never see. Your presence softens pain you never hear about. Your warmth helps someone feel human again. You don't try to fix anyone, you don't try to take their burdens. You don't try to be a healer, but somehow your energy becomes medicine. You don't feel it happening, but someone out there is breathing easier because of you. You heal without knowing. Someone out there finds hope when they hear you laugh. Someone feels seen when you look at them softly. Someone carries less weight because of one gentle thing you said. You think you're ordinary, but you're not. Your kindness is rare, your empathy is quiet light. Your presence became the safe place. Someone prayed for you, don't know how many hearts you've repaired just by being warm, patient, real. You heal people in ways you'll never fully understand. You don't force healing, your existence creates it naturally. You don't realize how much you heal others just by being yourself. Your voice grounds them, your presence steadies them, your warmth restores them. You are comfort in human form. You don't try to be like, but you are. Someone was breaking quietly until you spoke gently. until you looked at them with kindness. Someone thought they were alone until your presence made them feel understood. You heal people by existing as yourself, not as someone perfect or someone flawless, but as someone with genuine warmth. The world feels different when you're in light. Light is safer, softer. Your humanity is healing. Your presence fixes fractures you never see. You don't realize how many storms you've calmed by simply listening. How many hearts you've lifted by being gentle. How many minds you've quieted just by being steady. Someone found strength because of you. Someone found peace because of you. Someone found hope because of you. You heal through presence, through softness, through authenticity, through being exactly who you are. Your existence changes people. Your kindness carries farther than your voice ever could. You don't realize how much you heal others just by being yourself, but someone out there is holding themselves together because your energy made the world feel less cold. You may not hear it, you may not see it, but your presence is someone's reason to breathe deeper, to hope again, to believe in softness. You heal without trying. I step closer and your warmth wraps around my heart like medicine. You don't say much, but your energy heals the things I never talk about. You don't realize what you do to people, how your softness pulls them back from the edge, how your stability gives them strength, how your presence becomes refuge. You heal me just by being you. Don't change. Don't dim your warmth. Don't underestimate your impact. You heal others by breathing, by existing, by being exactly who you are. You don't realize it, but your presence saves people. You don't see it, you don't feel it, but your presence calms someone's mind in ways even they can't explain. You don't realize how loud the world is until someone tells you that your presence finally made it quiet. Your voice softens the noise, your eyes slow the thoughts of breath, grounds the storms inside someone's chest. You don't try to help, you just exist with warmth, with softness, with honesty, and somehow your existence becomes clarity. You are calm in human form. Someone out there lives with thoughts that never stop, a mind that runs, spin spirals, but when they stand near you, their thoughts loosen, untangle, slow down. You don't realize how rare that is, how powerful your energy becomes to someone living in chaos. Your presence is like a deep breath they forgot they needed. You don't try to calm them, you simply do. Your presence is mental quiet. You think you're doing nothing, but someone's mind finally rests around you. You don't know how much your presence calms someone's mind, how their thoughts slow, how their chest loosens, how their fear softens just because you walked into the room. Your presence is peace they can feel. Peace that sits beside you. You don't tell them to calm down, but their mind shifts in the stillness. Your presence changes their entire internal world. You don't realize how healing that is, how rare it is, how desperately they needed exactly what you naturally give. Your presence is medicine for the mind. You don't know that someone thinks of you when their heart races. You don't know that your voice is the memory they use to slow their breathing. You don't know that your warmth is the place they go when fear tries to drown them. Your presence is their anchor, quiet, steady, undeniable. You don't try to calm them, but you do effortlessly. You don't see your impact, but they feel it deeply. Someone's mind finds rest in your presence alone. You don't know how much your presence calms someone's mind, how your energy brings stillness, how your breath brings balance, how your silence brings peace. You are a quiet refuge they return to. Your presence is a slow exhale and a soft grounding, a gentle stillness that their mind never finds anywhere else. I step closer and suddenly the noise inside me fades. The tension dissolves, the storm quiets. You don't say anything, you don't have to. Your presence is enough. You calm my mind in a way nothing else can, in a way no one else does. You don't see your power, but my body feels it every time. You are a stillness disguised as a person, gone under, must have made you calm. Don't overlook your impact. You bring peace without trying, stillness without effort, clarity without words. You don't know it, but your presence heals the mind. You think you walk away and that's the end of it, but your energy stays long after you're gone. You don't realize how your presence lingers, how your voice echoes in someone's mind long after the conversation ends, how your warmth follows them home, how your softness sits in their chest like a quiet afterglow. You think you leave and the moment ends, but for someone you stay in their thoughts, in their breath, in the way their body feels lighter. Just remembering your energy imprints gently. Someone out there replays your words the way people replay songs. Someone still feels your calm in the air around them. Someone carries your laugh like a small light in a dark hall where you walk away thinking everything returns to normal. Do you leave traces that change the room, the mood, the atmosphere? Your energy doesn't disappear, it stays woven into places you've touched without realizing it. Your presence has aftershock. You don't try to leave a mark, but you do. You don't realize how much your energy stays with someone after you leave, how their hearts
minutes in silence after talking to you, still feeling your presence in their heartbeat. You don't know how someone touches their chest because your voice left warmth there. You don't realize how long your energy stays in their body, in the way they breathe, in the way they calm down, in the way they smile to themselves as if you were still near. Your energy is something people carry long after your physical presence fades. You stay in ways you don't notice. Your energy lingers in the small moments, the quiet in the room, the warmth in someone's breath, the calm in their shoulders. You leave pieces of yourself in the people you touch, they remember. The softness in your eyes, the gentleness in your tone, the safety in your presence. Your energy stays with them like a shadow of warmth that refuses to fade. You don't see it, but someone feels you hours later. Your presence lives inside their memory. Your energy stays in the places your body no longer is. You don't realize how much your energy stays with someone after you leave, how it settles in their heart, how it softens their mind, how it brightens their evening. Your presence never leaves completely. Your energy is the echo that comforts them, the warmth that follows them, the calm that holds them. You stay even when you think you're gone. I step away free from you, but your presence stays wrapped around my heart. Your energy follows me like gentle air, soft, warm, steady. I feel you long after your footsteps fade. Your energy is the kind that clings, not in heaviness but in comfort. You have no idea how long you stay with me. You linger in the best way. Don't doubt your presence, don't underestimate your energy. You stay with people long after you're gone. You leave light where your body once stood. You don't realize it, but you